Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'm participating in the Recreation Inspiration Collaboration that is hosted by Lowly from Lowly D's Creations, Katie from Lady Red Crafting, and the guest host is Crafts Unleashed by Robin. My inspiration is this piece that I saw on Temu. It's just one of those metal rounds. It's painted, looks 3D, but it's not. I'm going to be recreating this, actually making it 3D. What I'm going to be using is this 12-inch wooden round that you can find on Amazon. I'll have a link down below in my description box. This is just some scrapbook paper that I printed off Creative Fabrica. I'll have that link down below if you're interested. And I had to do 4 pieces here, and I'm just going to tape them together because I'm going to be Mod Podging this on. So I just want to line it up the best I can. This isn't one of those that has the repeat pattern, so it's going to look a little bit different, but that's okay. And I messed up a little bit. It did not get lined up. It doesn't line up perfectly, but you can kind of get it lined up. And I will be probably adding some gray paint on here just to hide a few flaws, because I know I'm going to have a little bit of a seam here too. All right, I think I got that looking all right. Let's go ahead and put this one here. And get some tape on the back. Okay, and get that last piece on. Then I'll be ready to Mod Podge. All right, got everything done. Gonna get the Mod Podge here. I'm just gonna pour some on and spread it out. I'll make sure I get a lot of Mod Podge on here. I want a pretty good coat. All right, now that I have my Mod Podge on, I'm gonna kind of put this over to the side. I think this is where I want it to be at. Make sure I got it lined exactly where I want it. I'm going to press down. And I know this is going to make some wrinkles. I normally take my heat gun, but I actually want the wrinkles because we got this rustic looking wood here. We might as well have some wrinkles. Just give it more texture. And the next thing I want to do is trim it. I'm just going to take my X-Acto knife and go around the circle here and get this all cut off. It looks like I need to cut that a little bit more right there. All right, so I'll do some sanding along the edges, and I want to wait for this to dry, and then I'll put some gray paint on there just to cover up some of the seams. All right, so it is all dry. I have a little bit of paint on there. You might notice it looks a little different. I'm going to be taking these pieces of evergreen from some picks, and I'm going to be hot gluing them down to make me a tree. And I have 2 different picks here. So I kind of like this lighter green and the darker green together, a little mix of it. And you just want to go along and try to make a shape of a tree the best you can. And I know mine's going to be a little bit different from the other one because that was painted, and when you're using materials like this, it's kind of hard to make it look exactly the same. My tree's going to be a little bit shorter looking and fatter, but that's okay. And put a few more of these lighter colored pieces in here. There we go. And I'm going to add a little bit more, kind of liking this light color in here. Just want to fill it out just a little bit more down here and at the top. I'm really liking how this is turning out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put this pine cone that came off another piece. I just feel like I have a big hole right here. I'm going to set that in there. Get all the little stringies off from the hot glue gun. And I want to tuck in a few more pieces. Now you probably could get one of those smaller trees. I know that you could probably find, and you could flatten it on the back and glue this on, but I kind of like making it yourself. All right, the next thing I want to do is just add some color. I'm not going to put any kind of ornaments on here. I know the picture had some red berries and some ribbons going through it, but I'm basically just going to put my red berries on here and nothing else. I kind of like having the few pine cones and red berries and the greenery, and I think that's enough. Just trying to figure out the placement of where I want to put my little berry bunches. Okay, that looks really pretty. And I could put a snowflake up here, or I also have this wooden star and that little metal star. And I'm going to go ahead and just use my wooden star here that I have with painting it with the plaster color, and this little metal star is going to be with espresso, autumn brown, and spiced tan. I'm going to make it look more rustic. And that little metal star just came off of a 4th of July piece that was from the Dollar Tree. I like to save things when I redo things. I thought it'd be perfect for this. I'm just going to layer it on top of this one. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one painted up with the plaster. I'll probably have to do 2 coats. All right, now I'm going to take that espresso, and I might have to do about 3 coats on here to cover up this silver metal. All right, now that that is done, I'm going to be taking the autumn brown, and I'm just going to take a dry brush, and I'm going to pounce on it. Let's go pounce, 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 pounce. I'm going to do that a few more times, and then I'm going to dip the same brush into the espresso and go back over it again. Okay, and that's how that's turning out now. The next thing I'm going to do is take the spiced tan, and I'm going to take my stencil brush, and I'm going to pounce on this here. And then I'm going to go back in to the autumn brown and do that, and then I will also do the espresso, just kind of blending it all in together while it's wet. I really like the way that turned out. Now I'm going to take some hammered iron, but first I want to rough up my edges here. And look, it's making some cute little, looks like snow. Hey, it's a happy mistake. I should have moved that because it was still wet, but that's good. It worked out for the best there. So I'm just going to distress my star here. And then I'm just going to take that hammered iron on a dry brush, and I'm just going to brush it on here just to kind of make it look like a wood grain, a little bit. Just going to keep doing it till I get the desired effect that I want. I think I like that. And this is just going to get hot glued on to the center of the wooden star. All right, now that I've done that, I'm going to be taking some Snow Tex, and I did add a little bit of water to it because it was pretty thick and it's about halfway gone anyway, but this just is easier to put on. Just going to use it with my stencil brush. I'm going to put it on the berries. I'm going to put it on the pine cones. I'm even going to put it on the greenery. I just feel like it needed a little bit of snow. And you could just use some white paint if you want to. This is just giving me a little bit more texture because it will be clumpy in some of the areas. And then I'm going to go ahead and get that star glued at the top. I just used some hot glue for that. Now I want to add my ribbon down here. It had a red ribbon on there, but I'm going to use this ribbon here. I think I got it from Walmart. I can't remember if I got it from Walmart or Hobby Lobby. One of them. It looks a little more rustic to me, and I think that's perfect for this project. So I'm just taking some wire, made a real simple bow here. Twist the wire on there, cut it off. And then I'm going to do my little ducktails. Okay. Then I'm kind of shape my bow up here just a little bit. Then I'm going to hot glue it down there. Just get a bunch of hot glue on. And press it. And just play with this bow just a little bit more. And then I'm going to take some of this tulle that you get from the Dollar Trees. It looks kind of like snow. I'm just going to bunch it up real quick. Take a piece of wire, twist it around. And it's a little too long for me. I don't want it exactly that long, so I'm just going to cut a little bit off of each end. And I'm going to hot glue it in here, just a little, kind of sideways like that. And the picture showed a pine cone in here in the middle. So what I'm going to use is these 3 little pine cones that came off of a pick. These are real pine cones. I'm just going to cut them off of the plastic. And I'm going to hot glue them to the center. And I thought about using some of the red berries, but no, I decided not to. We'll just keep it simple and put the 3 pine cones in. All right, so there it is, it's done. The back, I'm gonna just put some brown paint on here, and I can't attach this with nails, it's just not thick enough, so I'm just gonna use some of this B7000 glue and my hot glue. All right, here it is, hanging on my wall in the craft room. I love this. This is so pretty. I think I did a pretty good job on recreating what Temu had for sale, but making it a real 3-dimensional item. All right, my sweet friends, that's going to do it for the video today. I hope that you enjoyed it, and please be sure to check out everybody's videos. I will have the playlist link down below in my description box, along with all the host channel links. I want to wish everybody a very wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.